What's up, people of digital devices? That covers both bases. What would you believe, this is take two, because I've just done take one. It was like nearly 8 minutes long, and I always watch them back for any obvious mistakes, and there was one absolute howler. I said this was the lighter bike, and that was the heavier bike. Whack, whack, whack. So I'll start again. Now, I'm not going to be able to do the original text, or shall I say monologue, because I just make the shit up as I go along. So let's just make up some fresh shit. Anyway, so in the space that I've been playing with these two, I've gained over 300 people on my Facebook page. And I know that you're not scrolling back and watching all the information that I've been putting up, because I can see it in the stats. I can also see that you're not watching the videos I've been putting up. So, I mean, really, are you actually real people, or are you just joining just to look at pictures? I don't know. But anyway, if you scroll right back through the group and look at the videos on YouTube, you will see what I was doing with this one. And this one. Finger. Put your finger in, boy. But for those, anyway. This here is our core Henry. He's 9 years old. He has been thrown around in the wild with much enthusiasm, and I've been breaking it along the way and fixing it again. Well, the biggest gripe with hardcore Henry is he's a bit on the heavy side. So the opportunity came along for me to buy another CRF with no engine, no plastics, and no suspension. So I leapt on the chance. Well, actually, I didn't. I sort of slept on it overnight, and in the morning I thought, hell yeah, why don't I just buy that bike and put this spare CBR engine in what I done have. So that's how that came about. So, lightweight Larry here has basically been built from the ground up and been made to be as light as I can possibly get it. We've had a couple of little hiccups along the way. I don't have a stainless front pipe, so there's a couple of extra kilos in there with a stock pipe, and also the lithium battery I ordered didn't show up, so we're weighing an extra 1.8 to 2 kilos there in regular style battery. But apart from that, this boy is about as light as you're going to get one, unless you start throwing huge amounts of money on fancy triple trees, as you like to call them, but we call them yokes and other such stuff. So there we have it, lightweight Larry and our core Henry. Now I'll get to the punchline in a minute, but lightweight Larry here has been benefiting from stuff like 480 grams worth of rear subframe binned, another 480 grams worth, or it might have been 420, but anyway, it was a lot. I was surprised. It was more than I cut off the frame. So yeah, a load of weight there. Saved by getting rid of the ignition switch and all the lock and all the crap that comes with it. Because I live in a country that has a lack of certain people, so stealing bikes is not a big thing here, thankfully. Over here we've got 1 kilo's worth of headlight. An extra 1.8 kilos worth of rear shock, because I've got a YSS in there now. There's a whole bag of electric in there, because we didn't need most of it. Like, we're not running shit like this. I know where I'm going, I don't need to indicate to tell people. There's some more heavyweight crap there that's been dumped. And then coming over here, there's a whole bag of steel spacers from the wheels, from the engine, all replicated in aluminium. Right, various other bits there, small throttle bodies. That was the original blown up gearbox. Yep, she'd all blowed up. And all that lot is accumulated in lightweight Larry sitting over there. Now then, I did say the punchline. Let's get back to that before we all fall asleep. Actually, I'm only 4:50 into this video. I was nearly 8 minutes into the other one, so what have I missed out? No idea. It's gone now. Anyway, I took lightweight Larry down to a weighbridge and I weighed him, and he weighs 130 kilos. That's quite impressive actually, because a standard bike is 144. So I'm 14 kilos in pocket, and I've got all the mods that I need to make this a weapon of the wild. So that was all good. And now for the crying bit. Yesterday I finally got Hardcore Henry down to the weighbridge, and I weighed Hardcore Henry. Hardcore Henry weighs in at 135. Wah, wah, wah. So basically, all that bloody hard work of cutting, sawing, drilling, grinding, paying for things to be made in aluminium, and generally fart-assing around to get Larry to be as light as possible has only resulted in me saving 5 kilos over Hardcore Henry. But I suppose if you look on the bright side, and we should, Hardcore Henry is not that heavy anyway. He's only 135. But I've managed to get Larry down to 130. And believe you me, this bike feels so light when I'm riding it. It is an absolute blast. But the main thing that absolutely has transformed these bikes is that, trust me, whatever you've got in your budget, make it into a 301. Put all the right bits to go with it, the bigger throttle body, obviously the 286 crankshaft and the balance weight, etc, etc, but don't go wasting your money on anything really other than good tyres and 301cc's. That is the best bang for buck you'll ever do to these bikes. You can also get a load of weight off of them as well, because that helps, but decent tyres, 301cc, what more do you need? I need some kind of new glue, because I glued that bad boy on yesterday and it seems to have migrated, so I'll probably wire those bastards on in a minute. And right after breakfast, I'm going to gear up again. I'm going to go out and give Lightweight Larry some more beans, because it's absolutely awesome to ride. Absolutely. Best fun I've had in ages. You're still going to get ridden, Henry, but yeah, we're going to go out and enjoy the new one first. So there you go. All details of this lot are on my Facebook page, which I get bored going on about actually, because you should know about it by now, but if you don't, it's Honda CRF301L 300L tips and tech. So all the info on there. I'm off now. I can feel breakfast coming on. Later.